Morning beans to nighttime flow. Every voice matter, everybody know. Every Emirate radio 98.5. The voice of the people we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Emirate radio 98.5. The voice of the people we they come alive. Your story, your sound, your melody. Open door. Culture, music, news and more. Open mic, we open door. If not your voice, we go amplify. Emirate radio, make you testify. Emirate radio, make you testify.
Sound is fun. Welcome to Emirate Radio. Welcome to Emirate Radio 98.5.
Game on. Sinatra tune. Nigeria, what's up? Emirate 98.5 FM. It's Game On with Tosh Michael.
Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show.
From basketball, tennis, boxing, cricket on the go, athletics and football, we bring updates live on the show. From local leagues, NPFL, NNL to the global stage, Champions League, EPL, La Liga, Serie A, sharp analysis, breaking news, every turn of the page.
Game on.
Turn the volume up loud. Emirates 98.5 FM, sports talk for the crowd. Inside passion, truth on the mic. It's Game On with Tosh Michaels. Let's get in the game. Don't change that dial.
Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show. Game on, feel the energy flow. Where the biggest sports stories always steal the show.
Don't change that dial. This is where the game begins. Game on with Tosh. Game on. Yes, a beautiful Monday evening to you. Listening to Emirate 98.5 FM. This is Game On. Right here on your number radio station. Tosh Michael is my name, the anointed voice on radio, the apostle. Always bringing you the gospel according to Saint Sports. A whole lot has gone down during the weekend. Of course, I'm in Europe. Abayomi is in building with me. Demola, Abayomi, Adeshina, Triple E. Good evening, welcome to the show.
Good evening, it is nice to be here again in the new week, and it was a lovely. You started the week with a sweet victory.
Yeah, Saturday, Arsenal.
It was a lovely weekend.
A lovely weekend.
Very,
but you are tempting me. I don't want to talk about Arsenal. For Afuja earlier, banter Arsenal.
There's enough banter to go around. They deserve it fully.
So Arsenal lost against Bournemouth on Saturday.
It was an expected loss. Everyone saw it coming that they will. One way or the other, fumbled the league.
And then they were hoping that Chelsea will do them in favor of beating Man City. But suddenly, the Chelsea fans they just
will they do us that favor? If they can never even do us that favor.
But as a Chelsea fan, you were satisfied with Manchester City
As
trashing
they were-
your club
as they
3-0.
As they were scoring,
You were
I was
celebrating.
laughing. Deserved win for Man City yesterday. And deserved win for Chelsea fans too.
Okay, so it was a win-win for both Chelsea and Manchester City.
Win-win.
But the big one will be this weekend when Arsenal take on Manchester City at the Etihad. The title race is wide open now in Premier League.
I believe
Should Arsenal have won that game, they would have opened a 12-point gap before Manchester City Chelsea's game on Tuesday. But somehow they do what Arsenal knows how to do best.
fumble it, but too late. Yeah, so I believe the next weekend match will be the decider for who takes the league. Because if Arsenal manage to take the draw, then there's a chance for them. But if City can beat them, that leaves the gap to 3 points. If City win their game in hand, so that pressure alone can do a lot of harm to Arsenal. Considering that City has already given them a huge blow in Carabao Cup final,
Okay.
so that's just it for them.
A big one, went down in the Premier League this weekend. Let me quickly, look at some of the results that of matches that went down in the Premier League during the weekend. Like we just talked about, Arsenal losing to Bournemouth. Yes, they lost to Bournemouth in the on Saturday. Some interesting fixtures coming through. Chelsea 3-0 losers over Manchester City. Crystal Palace, they edged Newcastle by 2-1. Nottingham Forest 1, Aston Villa 1. We have Sunderland who defeated Tottenham Hotspur by 1-0. Looking like Tottenham Hotspur will finally get relegated this time. The last time they got relegated was in the 70s, but looking like they will be relegated this time. We have Brentford, Everton 2-2. That one ended. Burnley, Brighton, that one ended 2-0 in favor of Brighton. Arsenal, like you heard earlier, 2-1 losers. Yes, they lost to Bournemouth, and of course West Ham were 4-0 winners over Wolves. Looking at how the table stands now in the Premier League. The relegation battle is intensifying in the Premier League as well. The bottom table relegated already is Wolves. Burnley also looking like done and dusted for them. But the shocking one is Tottenham Hotspur, who are occupying the 18th position in the relegation zone. Abayomi, looking very, very difficult for Tottenham Hotspur.
I believe they got it wrong at the beginning of the season, because if you look at it, there was no grounds for them to sack Kange, especially after an European victory. Delivering that kind of trophy to Spurs that they've never had the chance to do in recent times, it shows that they could have given him a little bit of time. But then the owner had something else in mind and then went ahead to sign a different coach, bought players for him, the kind of players he needed for his setup. Then sacked down one mid-season also, bought another one.
How many coaches have they brought here?
I think they are on their fourth one, like the Thomas Frank, Ugo Tudor, and I think the third one, Dzebri.
The last time they got relegated was in the 1976-1977 season, having previously also been relegated 1935 and 1928. After a long time, after a long spell in the top flight league, they might be dropping into the championship. Meanwhile, Coventry has been promoted to the Premier League with Frank Lampard, doing great job with Coventry. The title challengers, and of course a whole lot to play for in the Premier League. They have the top 5 teams will get a slot to play in the Champions League. But then Chelsea are out of that Champions League slot at the moment. They are 6th on the log with 48 points. We have Liverpool in there with 52 points. Aston Villa pushing very, very hard for a Champions League spot. Manchester United, they play later tonight. It seems sealed already for the Reds.
Yeah, it's a sealed victory for. I see them winning that comfortably.
I'm not even talking about the victory. I'm talking about playing the Champions League, the Champions League.
The places are short for them, right? Because they don't have fatigue. This is the only competition they are playing, and they are playing beautiful football under carry.
The interesting thing is that the last time Manchester United kicked played a football game, Arsenal were still in the challenge for quadruple.
Yeah, now they are in the challenge for maybe nothing, maybe 2, maybe 1. We know.
Okay. Away from that, let's quickly come back home in the NPFL. Interesting result during the weekend. Kwara United, going all the way to securing a goalless draw against Shooting Stars. A massive result from Kwara United. For the first time in 2026, they are out of the relegation zone. This is 16th on the log of the MPFL. Amazing results. We are going to be speaking with the head coach of the team. We are talking about Coach Ashafa Suleiman, popularly known as Brazil. But then let's quickly look at some of the results of games that went down in the Premier League. Talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League. We have Barau who edged Remo Stars by 2-1. We have Bayelsa United. They lost at home to Wiki Tourists. That particular result actually, pushed Kwara United out of the relegation zone. And of course, Eyimba Zobu they defeated Katsina United by 3-0. And of course, Ikorodu City. When I saw this fixture, I talked about it the last time. Ikorodu played Kano Pillars in Lagos. I was in that game. It was 4-0. I was like, hope Kano Pillars have upped their ante. Hope they are prepared for what they would be, coming up against in Lagos. But it seems no lessons was learned from last season.
When it came to Kwara, we should have beaten them by a huge goal, man.
We missed a lot of goals in that game.
First half alone, we should have beaten them like 3-0 comfortably.
So they lost the game. A certain Abayomi Deji, won't just stop scoring. He scored in the 88th minute to seal the victory for Kano for Ikorodu City. I beg your pardon. Abayomi Deji was one time with Kwara United, but was shipped to the under-19 side. He was part of the the squad that won the Medin and Youth League in Lagos. But now he's doing great things with Ikorodu City. He scored again. He scored a brace against Warri Wolves. Yesterday he got a goal and assist. He's having a good time of his life in the MPFL. And of course, Kun Khalifat are pushing. They are charging. For Survivor, they defeated Warri Wolves not 1, not 2, but 3-0 yesterday. And of course, Niger Tornadoes were held to a goalless draw by Rangers International, who are also pushing for a late challenge for the title. Coach Fidelis Ilechuku-led team looking good to challenge Rivers United, who reclaimed top of the log after their 1-0 victory over Plateau United in Port Harcourt. And of course, Shooting Stars, Kwara United goalless, Bendel Insurance, were 1-0 winners over Abia Warriors. Let's quickly get on the phone line with the head coach of Kwara United. A bit of a relief, if you ask me, for Coach Ashafa Suleiman. Knowing that at least the team are off the relegation zone, even though it's based on their superior goals difference. They are on 0 goals. They are on minus what? No, not minus. It's 0. They are on 40 points. 40 points. 40 points with the likes of Bayelsa United, Wiki Tourists, Remo Stars. It's looking interesting in the Premier League. But then Kwara United, we have on the line the head coach of Kwara United Football Club, Coach Ashafa Suleiman. Good evening, Coach.
Good evening, Coach. Good evening, listener.
Yeah, you're live on Emirate 98.5 FM.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yeah, congratulations, Coach, on that performance yesterday. An interesting one for the fans back home. How would you describe your team's performance in that hard end point yesterday in Ibadan?
Thank you very much.
Hello, Coach. Coach, we can't actually get to hear you very well. Hello.
Network's back.
Oh, okay, we can hear you now. Very, very clear.
said, yes, I said we're happy at least we are able to get 1 point. Even if our plan was to go there and make sure that we get the 3 maximum points. But at least getting 1 point there is very, very good for our
push for survival. Okay, were you able to sleep? Were you able to sleep very well last night after that, point? For the first time in 2026, Kwara United, out of the relegation zone, 40 points with a good goal difference. Were you able to sleep yesterday night?
Yeah, very, because it was a very, very good day for yesterday. Because even getting that 1 point that is lift us a bit out of the relegation zone, which we plan to build on that so that we can leave that game completely. But yes, like I rightly said, I was able to sleep well yesterday night.
Yeah, we know the coach, the job is not done. We still have some crucial games ahead with the likes of Barrow next. How mentally prepared are the boys for the challenge? The challenge, and knowing that the Kwara United must avoid the drop.
Yes, definitely. Before we can be able to say we are happy that we are completely out of relegation, we must win Barrow match. Then able to those and make sure that at least we get even if it's 1 point before we come back to go and play. But that is how we can say, okay, yes, we are very sure that we will leave the red zone. So the task ahead of us is even more than what we. Well, now the good thing is that after today's game, tomorrow's match between Emirate and Nasarawa. So I believe everything will have 2 home, 2 away. So that will now throw everything open for Kwara United and another team. But we will try as much as possible to make sure that we win Barrow match and make sure that we go to Tornadoes and get even if it's a point and try and come back home to win before we go on our last match against Bayelsa. And that will give us the hope of leaving the red zone completely.
Coach, you've not been playing at home for the past four games right now, or let's say 5. Kwara United, after that banishment from the league body, being playing away from your fans, which are the 12th man, for you. How have you been able to how have you been able to handle that, top in front of your fans, and how eager are you, to return home, to return playing at home?
Honestly speaking, I must tell you that we are missing our fans seriously, because like you said, they are the 12th man behind us, because when we see them, that always boosts our confidence. For playing far away in Lagos, even though Lagos have been supportive, they have been very, very nice to us, but you can't compare them with Kwara fan when we have our stadium field or anything that we are doing. We know that we will not be but for this main time that we were outside there, what we need from them is to continue to pray for us and continue to give us necessary support. All of them cannot come. Some of them are coming to come and still share us up. Like what we experienced yesterday in Ibadan. You can see that some of our fans came down, even when they have their vehicle broke down on the road, they wouldn't mind. They have to come with another bus, even coming back home. It was stressing. And at the same time, we are continuing to appreciate them, but we are missing them. Honestly speaking, we are missing them. I must sincerely confess to you, we are missing them.
Coach, how impressed have you been with the players? Their fighting spirit in recent weeks. You've earned a point, 3 points in against Katsina United. Now another valuable points at away at Shooting Stars in Ibadan. How impressed are you with their fighting spirit? And what will be the motivation in them keeping up with the momentum at the moment?
Yes, they are now getting it right now, and I have to appreciate their efforts even since we have been playing outside the line too, because we have to double our efforts. Everybody knows that we are not playing in front of our own fans, so definitely going outside to come and go and play in Lagos is as if running an away game. So with this, I think that has really contributes to their own performance too, because we have to motivate ourselves and make sure that okay, what we have to do now, we have to accept our fate and make sure that we continue to move on. I think that has helped us a lot now, and I want to want them to continue to build on what we achieved yesterday with that 1 point and make sure that we continue to do well so that we don't drop our form, we don't drop our guard. Because it's not over yet until it's finally over.
Yeah, so what would be the message to Kwara fans, especially those that have been, supporting the club positively, those that have been, moving, from Ilorin to Lagos, Ilorin to Ibadan, just to cheer the team to victory. What would be your message to them? Like you said, Barawu next weekend. What should Ilorin fans be expecting? In that game. What's your message to the fans back home?
Yeah, firstly, I want to appreciate them. I want to appreciate their support. Even the people that are coming, I want to appreciate them prayers because they pray to us a lot. They pray for us a lot, and they continue to give us an support. Even some are giving financial support to our team. Win this match and take so amount of money. Win this match and take so amount of money. Yeah, if you score good, this is amount of money we put to you. That's another motivation from there. They are giving us. And some are leaving, they are driving from Ilorin to Lagos, come to Ibadan to come and support us. I want to appreciate them. I want to thank them. They should really please continue to give the team necessary support. They should not neglect their effort. And we promise them we will not disappoint them at the end of the season. And henceforth, we will continue to make them happy because this is the team that they love most. They love our team so much. So we will continue to give them back what they need. What they need is results so that they can be able to happy. So we want to thank them, we want to appreciate them. They should continue to support us.
All right, congratulations, coach, and I want to wish you the very best of luck, going forward, and I hope that, and I pray that Kwara United, avoid the drop.
Amen. Thank you so much, and I appreciate you, and thank you for having me on your program today.
Thank you for speaking with us on Emirate FM.
It's my pleasure.
And of course, that was the voice of the head coach of Kwara United, Coach Ashafat Suleiman, Coach Brazil, as he is properly called. And still came on right on Emirate 98.5 FM. Of course, Touch Michaels is my name. Abayomi Adeshina Ademola is the building as well. Since I realized that name, I think I like calling the three names Triple A. All right, Kwara United out of red zone, relief for us.
I like the point the coach buttressed that the support they've been giving them, they should not stop it.
Yeah.
Because whatever they are giving them that is making them perform,
they should continue.
They should continue because we've always said it that it is not that they don't know how to play football. Because if you go and watch Kwara United when they were still playing at home, they will play very well in the first half, create chances for themselves, but then they will not take it. Then towards the end of the match, then they will lose concentration, maybe probably fatigue, and then the away team will probably get a point or probably win the match. So whatever they are doing for them to make them be concentrate on the match, full focus and mind their business and finish the product, they should not stop it for them.
Yeah, they should not stop it. All right, away from the Nigerian Premier League, even though we are not totally away, we might quickly return to make some look at some games, but let's quickly keep you abreast with trading stories making the rounds quickly. Last on Saturday, the grand finale of the 2025-2026 Pro Route League came to a conclusion, and of course Dolly P were crowned champions of the league after a thrilling final day that secured them decisive 4-1 victory over City Boys FC. The win ensured they finished top of the table with 48 points, edging Kwara Football Academy KFA, who won on the day against FCG's 3-1, but finished runners up with 47 points. The LP were pushed all the way after KFA's comeback win briefly took them to the summit, but responded under pressure with goals from Paul Nathaniel, Sauti, Samuel Olaiwola, and Abiodun, sealing the title for Dolly P. Some individuals were also rewarded for their performance in the season, with goalkeeper Oludele Enita, named goalkeeper of the season, and of course Abib Abdulkadri winning both the MVP and the Taiwo Awoniyi award for the highest scorer. Egba Michael was recognized as the best playmaker, and coach Daniel Azera was awarded with the coach Aliu Zuberu award for the best coach of the tournament. Interesting one for the Pro Route League. Awayomi, you saw the games, the final game.
It was a competitive one, and you will not believe it. It didn't look like a grassroots football, to be honest. Especially the KFA match, it was competitive. Seeing a grassroots team come back from a goal behind very early in the game and then winning it 3-1. Then the Dolly P match, it shows that whenever a team is under pressure, they mostly crack. Because if you remember in the first half and the second half, they were feeling like very, very like they were missing their chances and all. They were like, but then probably the gods of football listened to them because towards the end of the match, they took their chances and they were able to win a comfortable victory of 4-1.
All right, in the NPFL, we return. Joseph Rumala has moved to the top of the goal scoring chart in the Nigerian Premier League after netting in Ikorodu City's 3-0 win over Kano Pillars. The forward striker takes his tally to 12 goals this season, putting him ahead of ahead in the chasing pack. He now leads Godwin Obaje of Rangers International and Chukwuemeka Obioma of Ebia Warriors, who both have 11 goals, while 4 others sit on 10 goals each in the race for the Golden Boot. With match day 4 remaining, the race for the league top scorer award remains open as players are pushed to finish the season strongly. Abayomi.
Yeah,
Arumala, he has been impressive so far this season for Ikorodu City.
I feel Ikorodu City, they don't deserve the spot they are in because they've been playing a good attacking football this season. I was expecting them to be where Rangers City is, but then probably next season they will be able to challenge for the title also. All
right, talking about challenging for the titles, Rivers United, return to the summit of the log with 58 points. Rangers International are pushing. What do you think we end? Who do you see, lifting the title?
I already said it here twice that I'm tipping Rangers United for the title.
They are currently 2 points behind Rivers United.
I've seen Rivers United play like twice this season and they've not impressed me at all. So I see them still falling short of it.
A decisive point end yesterday in Amina for Rangers International. Rivers United will be on the road next weekend. Rangers International will be at home. An opportunity for them to pick up 3 points, even though they were disappointing in their last home game where they had to draw goalless against Barrow. Maybe if they had won that one, they would have been top of the log right now.
Because every point counts now.
Every point counts.
Both relegation zone and then.
The challenge. People also fighting for the continent to make it to the continent. Every point counts. Look at the table as it stands. 58 points. Rivers United top. 56. Rangers International second. Ikorodu 55. Ikorodu can also can still challenge for the title as well.
If they can do it, I'll be happy because they've been performing very well this season. Especially with the recent Ayobami that is on the splurge. I was able to see this goal he scored this weekend, and that was a beautiful goal. Yeah, he took it nicely. So. And
of course, Shooting Stars disappointment.
Maybe
disappointment to them.
It's just like Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
Disappointed to them.
Disappointed to Shooting Stars. They are pushing for the title, but it's an excitement for Qualans, who wants to avoid the drop. So it's a win-win situation. Make them no vex. They can go and look for their continental points as well. All right, so we have Shooting Stars 51 points. We have Nasarawa, United 50 points. They have a game in hand. Nasarawa United. I think they play on Tuesday. Yeah, they play on Tuesday. Nasarawa. And of course, we have Bender Insurance 49 points without their coach. They still managed to beat Abia Warriors. And of course, the NPFL interesting. Remo Stars at some point got ahead that game against Barrow. I was thinking, can they do the miracle? Only for me to see the full-time result, and it's 2-1. I don't know what Barrow is doing, but whatever they are doing, when they get to Lagos next week, they should just surrender. They forget about it. It's not 3 points for Kwara United. All right. On a lighter note, of course, in the Premier League tonight, one game will go down. I'll talking about Kwara United, Premier League, Manchester United, up against Leeds United. Looking like a one-way, team. I think Manchester United should nick that one.
Stopping them from winning that one. They've been resting for like 49 to 50 days now. So
they had an extended, FIFA international break. So they finally return tonight.
They don't have an excuse.
Okay, so that is that. Talking about Prague. Talking about the Premier League. Of course, the La Liga seems to be done and dusted for Barcelona.
Yeah.
The Madrid again, failed to beat Girona.
At a point this season, Madrid had a 7 point gap above Barcelona. I think it was early during the time of Xabi Alonso. They fumbled it, so I think they should just find a way to like pattern up and kill off teams very early and know that okay, this match is done. Let's go to the next one. Because if you look at Barcelona now, the rested players were their UCL second leg, and they were still able to win comfortably. So Madrid should find a way to like be able to play and sort teams out very early.
All right, result from the La Liga before we leave the studio. Atletico Bilbao they lost at home to Villarreal 2-1. Taofeeqoh Bello, Oviedo, edged that one. Mallorca defeated Rayo Vallecano 3-0. Osasuna 1-1 against Betis. Sevilla defeated Atletico de Madrid by 2-1. I'm sure Madrid rested players for Barcelona, and of course Barcelona, dismantled Espanyol by 4-1. Elche were 1-0 winners over Valencia. Real Sociedad, 10-man Real Sociedad were managed to secure a 3-all draw with Alaves, and of course Real Madrid 1-1 with Girona. As it stands right now, it's looking like it's all about Barcelona right now. 9-point gap on top of the log for Barcelona, and of course Real Madrid second in the log, 70 points, and then the rest, far off the park. Talking about Villarreal and Atletico de Madrid. Looking at the relegation zone, Levante looks gone. Oviedo as well, look gone. But Elche, Alaves, and Sevilla is still battling for survival. Abayomi.
I don't know. I don't know what to say for Madrid anymore, because I feel disappointed, because I was rooting for them for the La Liga this season.
But they are not there. In fact, the Champions League, they are not there. They are going to go trophy. Maybe they will lead Arsenal in the trophyless title parade this season.
For the sake of Arsenal fans, for their, how do I put it, for their fragile health, I'm praying they can maybe do a miracle and win Champions League. But then I'm not praying for them.
If I even want them to win the title, you should win the Premier League, not the Champions League. I wish I always banter them again. All right, that is that about that for the show this evening. Game on right here on Emirate 98.5 FM. Touch Michaels remains my name, the anointed voice on radio. Abayomi, thank you for coming.
I'm happy to be here.
All right, always happy to be here. And of course, the show will make a return tomorrow, same time, same station. Do not go nowhere. Keep listening to Emirate 98.5 FM. If you like, stay out of trouble. Don't stay out of trouble in the voice of Samuel. It's bye-bye right here.